I've been playing Reverse 1999 for the past few days, and I've completed the story up to Chapter 7. So in this video, I'm going to talk about what I understood about the story so far. And honestly, this game is way deeper than it looks at first. The world of Reverse 1999 is one where science and something called Arcanum exist together. Arcanum is basically an ancient form of magic. Because of this, people are divided into two groups, humans and arcanists. Humans depend on logic, science, and technology, while arcanists can use magic, divination, and alchemy. This difference between the two is the main reason for most of the conflicts in the story. There is an extremist group called Manus Vindictae. This group is made up only of arcanists, and their goal is to eliminate humans. They see humans as weak because they cannot use Arcanum and depend only on technology. Because of this belief, Manus Vindictae becomes one of the main antagonist factions in the game. On the other side, there is the St. Pavlov Foundation. This is a huge organization with branches all over the world. Unlike Manus, the Foundation wants to maintain balance and bring peace between humans and arcanists. So from the start, there is a clear conflict between these two sides. But then the story introduces something much bigger than both of them, and that is the storm.
In 10 minutes, I ask you to go somewhere safe with me. The storm is coming. The Manus is changing history.
It leaves the ground without hesitation, as if trying to get rid of a pernicious habit.
I need you to brave the storm with me.
On the last day of 1999, something impossible happened. Time stopped moving forward. Rain started falling upwards, people began acting strangely, and everything, whether living or non-living, was pulled into the sky along with the reversed rain. After that, time itself reversed, and what was once the present moved into the past. This entire phenomenon is called the storm. The storm is a large-scale supernatural event with no confirmed origin. It seems to mark the end of entire eras. Both Manus Vindictae and the Foundation are very interested in it, and they are trying to study it, understand it, and possibly control it. The rain from the storm contains something called asymmetrical nuclide R, which is an unstable substance with strange properties. It can cause transformation, hallucination, and even make people lose consciousness. When humans come into contact with this rain, they develop something known as storm syndrome. This condition causes both physical and mental changes. Buildings can dissolve into strange colors, and people's bodies can twist into unnatural shapes. It can also cause hallucinations and loss of sanity, which we clearly see in events like 1929 and 1914 in the game. To understand the storm, the Laplace Scientific Computing Center created observation systems around the world. According to them, the cause of the storm might be related to chaos theory. Chaos theory explains how small changes in a system can lead to very large effects later. This idea is also known as the butterfly effect, where something as small as a butterfly flapping its wings can eventually lead to something as big as a storm. Now, Laplace is trying to find what they call the original butterfly, which means the starting point of all these events. If they can find it, they might be able to control the storm. In real life, chaos theory is not completely random. It follows certain rules, but it is very hard to predict because we cannot measure everything perfectly. However, in the world of Reverse 1999, it might actually be possible. If we look at Manus Vindictae's goal, this idea makes even more sense. They hate humans and want a world where arcanists are dominant, so they are trying to accelerate the storm and push the world further into the past. Their goal is to reach a time where technology did not exist and only Arcanum mattered. A world where they would have complete control. To do this, they are actively creating more chaos in the world. One of the most interesting things about the game is how it connects to real history. Even though it has magic, its world is very similar to ours. For example, in 1929, Manus caused an artificial storm by triggering the Great Crash of 1929 earlier than it originally happened. This is a real historical event. The game also references the Chicago Massacre of 1929, but changes it into the murder of 7 arcanists, which is later prevented by Schneider. Another example is 1914, where events similar to World War I were triggered earlier to create another artificial storm. So the game is basically rewriting real history to generate these events. Even though the storm affects almost everything, there are some places that are completely immune to it. These include places like Aperon, the Foundation headquarters, and even Vertin's suitcase. And most importantly, Vertin herself is immune to the storm. Vertin is the main character of the game, and she is known as the Timekeeper. She is the only one who can move freely through the storm and record the beginning and end of eras. While the entire world is reversing, she continues moving forward. But the strange part is that we know very little about her. We do not even know if Vertin is a human, an arcanist, or something else entirely. She was raised in the Foundation's School of Primary Defense of Mankind, which is not just a school, but also works like an orphanage and a military training center. Children there are trained from a young age to become strong and serve organizations like the Foundation. Because of this upbringing, Vertin is both physically and mentally strong. However, her Arcanum abilities seem weaker compared to other Arcanists, which makes her even more mysterious. Despite this, every important character in the story treats her as someone very important, mainly because of her immunity to the storm. Vertin has a calm and rational personality, but she is also kind and curious. This kindness is what helps her build her team, as many characters choose to follow her instead of the Foundation. Characters like Druvis III and Sotheby stay with her because they trust her, not because of any organization. But there are still many unanswered questions about her. At one point, Arcana, the leader of Manus Vindictae, mentions a strange mark on Vertin's back. She describes it as a moon, an eye, and some unusual lines. This raises even more questions. What is this mark? Why is Vertin the only one immune to the storm? How does she know the language used in the immunity ritual? And who is her mother? There are still so many mysteries left in the story, and that is what makes it so interesting. I'm really excited to continue playing and see how all of this connects in the future. So yeah, Reverse 1999 is not just a game about time travel. It is a story about chaos, control, and maybe even changing reality itself. But the real question is the storm just a natural phenomenon? Or was it created by someone? Comment below what you think. I really want to hear your theories. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll be making more videos like this very soon.